why they did. And they all share something in common. Something in which if you knew, you would have a head start amongst all artists in the industry. It is talking points. Now, there's no official definition of talking points, but I'm going to define it as something that someone does, creates, or possesses that creates conversation. So if that doesn't make sense, the easiest way to explain that is through example. XXXTentacion. Remember, talking points is something that someone does, creates, or possesses. So right off the bat, the most obvious one is how he looks. He dyed his hair black and white, and that is a never been done before hairstyle. It stirs conversation. Tattoos. The key word here is unique tattoos. Why I emphasize that is because he doesn't have the usual cobweb tattoos or smoke tattoos. He has tattoos spread across his face on his body, such as the tree on his eye, that make people wonder, what do those tattoos actually mean? What does it symbolize? It makes people curious and therefore talk about it. It stirs conversations. You see why this is called talking points.
What does your tattoos mean? I got this when I was younger because I felt like I couldn't feel, and I just felt like I wanted to be numb to everything.
Now, things that he does, this is part of his personality. I don't think he planned to do this, but he got into fights. He was a crash out. And in terms of his music, he's a definition of polarizing.
Can't keep my dick in my pants.
And for me, was one of the first people that I heard screaming in their rap music. So XXXTentacion is filled with talking points, things that stir up conversation. And why is that so powerful? When you create or possess a talking point, it stirs up conversation. Just like how you would point out a UFO flying across the sky is why you talk about things about somebody else. It's something that stands out. And here's the thing. It's irresistible for humans to not talk about something that stands out. People want to share what they've discovered, whether that's on socials or to friends and family. And what is this right here? This is creating the biggest asset, the biggest, most important thing in the media industry: attention. And why is attention so important? I'm sure you already know this, but for anyone who doesn't, the more attention, meaning the more people that are paying attention to you, the more that it will drive to streams. Because people either want to listen to your music because they discovered you, or they just want to listen to your music out of curiosity. And more streams obviously equals more money. And that's why talking points can earn you money. So yeah, I'm going to get into how you can create talking points for yourself in just a second. But one thing I want to share with you is your perspective. Most of y'all are functioning in this perspective or this way of living. But what you want to do is, from becoming a consumer, you want to become an observer. You want to, I know sounds bad, but you want to look over people, not in a egotistical or deteriorating way, in a way where you're just observing how the majority behave. A majority of people will always function like this, where they're just consuming and they're living in their own bubble. Since you understand that a majority of people function like this, the 99%, you just need to become that 1% that understands how the 99% functions, so you can become what those people are watching. Yep. You basically want to become a scientist and not treat these people as lab rats in a in a moral way and an immoral way. You want to basically just be an observer, okay? This video might go out one day in the future and people will clip this up and be like, Viral Vision is a psychopath, but hey, it's a talking point. People ask me, oh, how do you make these videos? They're not that hard. I don't do any research for these videos. Simply what I do is just observe. And by observing, you're able to learn so much about other people and therefore understand what to do to attract those people. It's just like if you observe that girls like it when guys open the doors for them, you go ahead and open the doors for them, okay? And likewise for women finding things about men, okay? This is simply observation rather than consumption. And the reason why I mention that is because we can therefore, instead of looking at things and getting upset by it, simply acknowledge and appreciate. Okay, who do you think this is? These are dreads, by the way. I just don't know how to draw them. This is a diamond in Lil Uzi Vert's head.
For those of you who don't know who Jelly Roll is,
we rely on your donations to help produce weekly videos.
So let's start with the song Nineveh, which Stephen Furtick wrote with singer Brooke Learwood. And where's Brooke from? She's from Hillsong Church, and Word of Faith Church that goes against the Bible constantly. Yes, their music may be catchy and professional, but it's all about leading you back to their false teaching and their church and making them
With Vinted's new categories, you can now sell even more pre-loved items. Don't use it, sell it.
If you get stuck on a melody, or if you just feel like you can't get a song started, Output's co-producer is very dope. They make it much easier for us.
The Smashing Pumpkins, who were one of the most successful alternative bands of the 1990s, have also promoted the coming Antichrist. Here you see Billy Corgan promoting the number of the Antichrist on his shirt in concert.
They got contracts out there that say you can't say Jesus.
Like, you literally almost signed to Polo G's record label.
I'm looking through the deal. I'm just skimming through it. I'm not even caring. I'm trying to where the dotted lines at so I can sign. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So then my homeboy grab it. He like, hold on, let me just, before you sign, bro, let me just look through it real quick, bro. Just flipping, bro. He like, stop. He was like, bro, you ain't read this? I said, read what? The thing said you could not say the name, like literally in verbatim, it said you could not say the name Jesus. It didn't say God.
Wow.
It said you cannot say the name Jesus. I forgot what else it said, but it said like or else. Like it was like a threat in there or something. But
what you saw in the intro clip is just a shadow of the crazy amount of devilish influence in the music industry that you will see in this video. As I researched this video, I kept getting more and more shocked at the magnitude of devil glorification and worship in the music that millions upon millions of people consume every single day. And funny thing is that CBS once tweeted the following, and I quote, "Let's worship," before a past Grammy Award show where a certain artist held a performance with satanic themes. Now that aside, a lot is going to be revealed in this video, so prepare to be truly surprised. But first, let me take you back to the days of rock and roll. The following lyrics are explicit, no hidden intention, blatant, in-your-face evil lyrics. The lyrics that I'm about to play come from a 1988 song titled The Prince, and it's from this heavy metal band called Metallica.
Heavy metal's most popular group, Metallica, and a copy of Motorhead's Prince make it clear as just to whom they have given their souls.
Now I want to introduce you to something more modern. I want you to watch the following signs that are made by these two. This was from a recent award show.
Well, thank you for this massive award, this massive honor to the Academy, to the Black Music Collective, to everyone who has ever been touched by the music and the message. Clive Davis, Anna and AKW, Dez and my brother Jay-Z, Team Rock, Adam Blackstone, Hell's Kitchen, the Most High.
The reason she's doing this is because it comes from this right here. Baphomet. Can y'all see it?
Jesus can't save you, light starts when the church ends. Jesus can't save you, light starts when the church ends.
And this was from a past video. Now hold that thought. I want to introduce you to this artist who passed away a few years ago, and his story is just really sad. It's a tale of someone who met someone who was deep into worshipping the entity in which the signs that you just watched represent. Let me clarify. This entity is called the Baphomet. It's an evil entity. Now this person that this rapper met is called Bruno, and Bruno literally said this.
He straight up tells his live that he is the Baphomet, then shows a giant mural he has on the wall of Baphomet.
Smart question, because most people don't even ask, they assume, is it metaphorical? You know what? You're the first one to hit it on the dot. Thank you. That right there is a metaphor for myself. That's me. I am the f***ing Baphomet.
Now this artist was XXXTentacion, and see the sign that Bruno just mentioned? Here is XXXTentacion taking a picture before it. And tell me why some of his lyrics say the following, and I quote, spoke to a Baphomet. He said he would save me if I gave him one thing he needed. And I quote, what is this thing? Now this figure right here is revered by many celebrities, and unfortunately for Tentacion, he played with the wrong team. You don't get into a contract with the devil because you'll pay dearly with your own soul. In a few, I'll reveal something even more disturbing about him. Now before Mr. Tentacion blew up, he had been arrested and locked up, but it was one phone call that he made in jail that seemed to have catapulted him into an overnight star. The details of this call was of a ritual Tentacion was to do in order to bring about fame.
Yo. Hello? Yes, I hear you. Shit. Summoning Hecate, goddess of crossroads, darkness, protect me and bring me freedom.
Protect me and bring me freedom?
Mm-hmm. Through this sacrifice.
Bring freedom through this. Through the sacrifice, okay.
Treat me as if one of your own.
Treat me as one of your own.
As you've heard in that call, there's talk of a sudden sacrifice that was to be done. Now one person who made a video about this, and I'll give him credit, gave a very interesting perspective about this.
A sacrifice I believe he accomplished with Jocelyn Flores. CX was released from jail March 2017, and in May 2017, a young woman named Jocelyn passed away within 24 hours of meeting up with X. It was reported that Jocelyn took herself out after an incident that took place with X and another girl. Jocelyn met X because she modeled for his merch brand, and it's believed she then started a relationship with X. X would eventually fly her out to be a part of a photo shoot and to spend some time with him, and less than 24 hours later, she was gone. X even dedicated 2 songs to her on his debut project, one of them being named after her. I don't think it's a coincidence that he was talking about sacrificing to Hecate, and then Jocelyn passes away within 24 hours of meeting him.
Now you tell me, right? Why is it that there's always a suspicious pattern of rappers passing away all of a sudden, mysteriously, or people around them passing away mysteriously after getting famous? I'm not making this up, alright? There's the case of a band who calls themselves the 3-6 Mafia or something.
That 2 of their 6 members were already dead. What their future might be. Lord Infamous and Koopsa had already died, but Crunchy said that they were still rolling, but wondered aloud, saying, quote,
me, Paul, and Juicy is still alive. Just imagine if we were dead. Don't want Boo to be dead. Just imagine if we were dead. Don't want Boo to be dead.
However, Gangsta Boo also died about a year and a half after this remark on New Year's Day, 2023.
Then there's the case of a rapper called A$AP Rocky.
Check this out. Every time I put out an album, for some strange reason, I always lose somebody close to me. My pops, lose James, lose my sister. Like, I always lose somebody close to me, so, shit feel like, some crazy.
Then there's also a case of this other female rapper.
Right as Meg started to take off, her mother passed away. Once her mother passed away, Meg became a superstar and would eventually sign with Jay-Z's Roc Nation management, very similar to Kanye West, who after starting to finally see success in the music industry lost his mother while also working under Jay-Z. Kanye actually admitted his mother was a sacrifice, so there's no mystery to what happened to her.
Now back in 2021, this rapper called Travis Scott held a concert called Astroworld where 10 people ranging from age 9 to age 27 passed away. Now coincidentally, I didn't even notice this until while I was researching. There's also another infamous 27 Club, which refers to the tragic deaths of musicians and other celebrities at the age of 27. All the following on your screen are in their 27 Club. Now this doesn't always mean that godly people do not pass away young or anything. No, I'm just observing a very suspicious pattern here. Now about XXXTentacion, it's like he already knew before his death that he was going to pass away because he kept saying things like this while he was alive.
If ever be a sacrifice, I want to make sure that my life made at least 5 million kids happy.
Even in the documentary made by Hulu about X's life, they show a scene where Ghazi, the CEO of the Empire label X was signed to, revealed that X told him he would not live past 21 years old.
Honey, why is this speaker on, but there's absolutely no sound coming out?
That's the magic. It's a pillow.
And we were sitting down eating, and he was around with the chopsticks. And we were just sitting there, and we started talking about kids. And he was like, you're going to be a great dad. So you're going to be a great dad too someday, bro. He said, no, not. So what do you mean? And he just looked me dead in the eye, and he's like, I'm not going to make it past 21.
As you heard for yourself, for some strange reason, X felt that he wasn't going to live past the age of 21. He also dropped his music video Sad 10 days after he passed away, which depicted him attending his own funeral. He obviously filmed this video before he passed, as he is featured in the music video. For some reason, X kept foreshadowing his own death, but why would—
Now there's one more thing I'll reveal about XXXTentacion in a few that will seal the deal about the satanic influence of his career, so stay with me. Now let's look at this other rapper who's loved by many young people today all around the world. His name is Playboi Carti. He has very suspicious tattoos in his body, which I believe represents what he stands for. Here we have one with a cancelled out cross, which I believe represents his rejection of Christianity, and even gave this tattoo a title which is Bad Religion just above it. And then there's the pentagram, and he even has a Satan tattoo at the back of his neck, and this as well.
One caught my attention the most, and to the unassuming eye, this might just look like some evil goat with devilish horns, but when I saw this star, it hit me. Have y'all ever seen this before? Take a closer look. There's the goat that he has, and there's the star.
Look, how much more evidence do you need? How much more convincing do you need? And just to seal the deal, there's this other rapper called Ken Carson who was just signed into a record label that is run by Playboi Carti. Now what does Ken Carson do? Well, he wears upside down crosses, and he recently got this pentagram tattoo in his body.
Wow, this rapper Ken Carson just showed the world his new tattoo, and it's sparking some controversy. I mean, you're looking at a massive pentagram tattooed across his chest. When you consider the record label he's signed to, it starts to make more sense. He's signed to Opium, which is owned by Playboi Carti.
Now what is a pentagram? Well,
the industry looked and they saw dollar signs. They can see the I think the industry looked and they saw dollar signs. They can see the trends and the patterns, like this is where it's shifting. And so they started coming in, and the industry now owns that. So we're talking about record labels that, while there's a Christian branch, but they're owned by secular organizations like Universal, that in the end, they have really the final say in things. And if they want to shut it down, if they want to censor, they could. I mean, they own it. And it's not just that worship got kind of sucked into this industry, but the industry leaked into worship within the church and what it looks like, what it sounds like, the stage, the experience. This sent a message to the body that you're there more to be entertained or to be a spectator versus engaging in worship, because this is what we have now in a lot of churches, is a lot of spectators and not a lot of engagers. I think the industry looked and they saw dollar signs. They can see the trends and the patterns, like this is where it's shifting. And so they started coming in, and the industry now owns that. So we're talking about record labels that, while there's a Christian branch, but they're owned by secular organizations like Universal, that in the end, they have really the final say in things. And if they want to shut it down, if they want to censor, they could. I mean, they own it. And it's not just that worship got kind of sucked into this industry, but the industry leaked into worship within the church and what it looks like, what it sounds like, the stage, the experience. This sent a message to the body that you're there more to be entertained or to...
Bro, I was going in on that kid. I was going hard on him. You believe in Jesus? No, but I want a picture. You don't believe in Jesus? I get a picture still? Yeah, let's get a picture.
Them money.
Seemed like, at least in the world that I was in with music, those that were outspoken about their faith, that wasn't really okay. Like, it was kind of like, hey, keep that to yourself. That's not going to appeal to the masses. Like, definitely don't say Christian. And there were conversations like that where, like, hey, that would not be good. Like, you can kind of keep your faith over there, because that in particular, like, Christianity really is the one that would get the most heat. So I pick up on that, and I was like, that's wild, you know? That's wild. I think internally that created a lot of turmoil for me. I was drinking quite a lot, smoking quite a lot at the time. But I think actually looking back, once I got up out of it and left, I think it was more just a coping thing. seemed like, at least in the world that I was in with music,
I had replied to you on
those
YouTube as
that
well,
were
but I guess the
outspoken about
delay
their
was just so
faith,
much.
That wasn't really okay. Like, it was kind of like, hey, keep that to yourself. That's not going to appeal to the masses.
You're doing music, and then along the way you hit a wall and you were like, I'm just done. Like, where is that in the journey, and how does that happen?
I was out there for a couple years, and I finally just was like, I don't want to do this. If this is what it feels like doing music professionally, I feel very empty. I feel very sad. I feel scared all the time, lonely. Like, it just was like, gosh, this is... I also felt like energy of like not good enough because you're being told about what else is going on and the weird comparisons. I mean, I was like, gosh, this is a weird... I don't like it.
You're doing music, and then along the way you hit a...
People are abandoning their $400 fitness band.
You know what hurt? When God wants...
Hi, did you just move here? Are you looking for a good way to meet your new neighbors? Well, come to church with us, and we'd love to show you around. Church is a great way to connect with your new neighbors and find a Christ-centered community near you.
Information is
Hi, did you just move here? Are you looking for a good way to meet your new neighbors? Well, come to church with us, and we'd love to show you around. Church is a great way to connect with your new neighbors and find a Christ.
Yo, what's up? Can you not hear me?
You literally almost signed to Polo G's record label.
I heard millions in it. I was just planning on going there and signing it. But I'm with my old cameraman at the time.
Were you in the world this time?
Yeah, I was in the world. Yeah. It's secular music. It's not even Christian music. Not even a thought about Christian. I'm there. I'm looking through the deal. I'm just skimming through it. So then my homeboy grabbed it. He's like, oh, let me just, before you sign, bro, let me just look through it real quick, bro. It's like he knew where the page was or something. He was just flipping, bro. He like stopped. He's like, bro, you didn't read this? I said, read what? The thing said you cannot say the name Jesus. It didn't say God. Wow. It said you cannot say the name Jesus. I forgot what else. It said it was like a threat in there. So they'll basically say like they know your family, where they live at. Stuff that's in those like dotted lines that we will not read, but it's literally them saying like, if you say the name Jesus, you're gonna die. Or I'm a some glad.
What would you say to the young Christian rapper or someone who might be thinking about doing Christian rap out there?
Make sure your heart is pure. Make sure there's a reason. Obviously that God called you to it, and always lean on Him with it. Because I always tell people, some people just think like let me just hop into Christian rap because it's an easy way to blow up. I can blow up this way. Never think about blowing up, or never think about what it can be, but the reason behind it. It's like, okay, what do you want to bring people to the kingdom? Are you trying to win souls and bring people to Jesus and always exalt Jesus and everything? Like it's more because it's more than rap. Because it's like, yeah, you can get in here and just try to blow up, but now when you put to the test and the fruit's being tested, and then you got to go do this or go do that, or God call you to do this, A to Z. If He call you to do anything like that, you can't just say no to the calling, because essentially you said yes whenever you start making that Christian rap. So I can just say like, make sure your heart is in the right place. I tell every Christian rapper that, like, oh, come on, make sure your heart is aligned, because that's where everything starts. You can't, because some people have that pride or that thought like, bro, Christian rap, it sucks. So let me just get in and I can come take over. I can just be this secular version of this person, just hop in and blow up. When it's not like that. So and God always knows your heart too. So like the more you exalt Him, then you will be exalted. But it's all for Him. It's all for Him, and He knows that. So I know some that are talented fire, but they heart not in the right place. So God keeping them at a humble spot, like at a place where I feel like when He work through them and working them and really mold and change and soften that heart. That's when the exaltation comes, because the Lord can't just trust you if He know the reason behind. But He just want to blow up. That's why He want to do this. But when He see that you after the souls, you after people coming to Him and lifting His name up. That's it. That's
it, bro. That's it. That's like the main fueling power behind it. Like that's what gives the God the ability to do it.
To do it, yeah.
Because he loves us so much, He doesn't want to exalt us, and the heart's not right, and then we just end up getting finessed, bro, like shifted, and then next thing you know, we're making music.
It's cool. I
want to talk about this. So like you literally almost signed to Polo G's record label.
That was the first, and it's ironic because it's everybody. That's what everybody says. I sound like it's weird, but before all those altercations, rumor, whatever, the stuff being said by Polo G, that was the first label. His label ODA. I got reached out to them by them You know, just talking to him, chopping it up. At first, I didn't think it was real. Like I was just because I wasn't talking. I never was talking to him. So it was just like I was just like, and obviously you probably not because it's the managers and the team that be behind it. They said they talking to me for a couple weeks, and then there's like I had a meeting with this dude in the office. I forget his name, but it was like an office meeting, and I didn't know nothing about it. I was just planning on going there and signing it. Like that's why I didn't. They said something. They said $1 million. I heard millions in it. I heard the million word, and I just heard money. I was just gonna go do it. That's it. I think it was like two to something million, and the money was kind of crazy because I was like, I ain't even really been doing nothing for real. Like the music wise, like I made some cool songs, but I didn't even think my worth was that. Like I'm like, dang, I'm worth that much. They finna give me this. So off the rip, we get there, and I don't care. I'm just ready to sign. But I'm with one of my old cameraman at the time. I used to shoot my videos back then.
And were you in the world this time?
Yeah, I was in the world. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is secular music. It's not even Christian music. Not even a thought about Christian.
Don't worry,
so
it's cool.
I'm there, and I'm looking in the through the deal. I'm just skimming through it. I'm not even caring. I'm trying to where the dotted lines at so I can sign. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So then my homeboy grab it. He like, hold on, let me just before you sign, bro. Let me just look through it real quick, bro. Bro, he like it's like he knew where the page was or something. He was just flipping, bro. He like stopped. He was like, bro, you didn't read this? I said, read what? The thing said you could not say the name. Like literally in verbatim, it said you could not say the name Jesus. It didn't say God.
Wow.
It said you cannot say the name Jesus. I forgot what else it said, but it said like or else. Like it was like a threat in there or something. But they'll basically say like they know your family, where they live at. They know who your family is. It's stuff that's in those like dotted lines that we will not read. But it's literally them saying like in my terminology, if you say the name Jesus, you're gonna die, or something gonna happen to you.
It's like God always intervenes, bro. When it come to you, bro, it's like
I don't even know.
Bro, that was God intervention with a normal dude who not even in Christ.
Not in Christ at all.
I know why. It's because you're pure hearted, bro.
Literally.
Wow.
I just the pure hearted will see God.
Amen. Literally.
So Beatitudes, man.
Literally.
Hey, that
the Beatitudes. Yeah.
It's the pure hearted will see God. He'll always protect his, bro.
Definitely.
That's so
because
beautiful.
your heart was like he knew, bro. He knew that he was gonna grab you up. It's the protection of the Lord, bro. It's crazy you said all that stuff because that's what happened to me. Like growing up, like, oh yeah, I used to do wild stuff around the craziest situations, but I always would get out.
Always would get out.
My homeboys always be like, you lucky. Or they'd be like, bro, let's
Oh, you got
they used to
eyes.
tell
That's
me like,
crazy.
bro, like you lucky. I just be like,
is it over or is it going right now?
I don't know, bro. But then like my grandma was the prayer warrior that prayed me through it. Like, and I didn't really know until I got saved. But like, yeah, bro, like 29 years, I tried to figure it out, just like, and yeah, bro, just Jesus. Like when we, I know you know what I know. When you encounter His love,
it's different.
It's just like, bro, like after all the money, the car, like just with me, like just like my testimony, you know it, like all the stuff I went through, and then I met Jesus, bro. So like He changed everything, bro.
Everything.
Because like you got saved at you were 23.
Yeah, 23, going on 23, yeah.
So you're 22?
Yeah, right at the end of 22.
So I think about this, right? So I'm like, you're 22, right? And you serving the Lord, like, weren't raised in the church, bro, you can get any girl you want. You could have signed a Polo G's record label. You could have been in a gang. You could have been, like, you in Atlanta. Bro, honestly, bro, like, I believe the devil wanted to exalt you.
Yeah, no,
You could have been, like, right now, no cap, you could have been, like Rolling Loud, like, performing, big. Like you could have been big. You think about it, like, you see what I'm saying? So like, because I know how these record labels, like these industry people, they look at the potential.
Yeah.
Because if they like, and it's real talk, it's actually a demon. It's spiritual.
Yeah.
They're doing rituals. They're doing witchcraft.
For sure.
They're doing all that to get that intel, and a lot of them are prophetic. They have the gift, but they're using it for the devil. So they see it. They're like they like just like a prophet can prophesy, right?
Right.
On the other side, these witches and warlocks, they'll see. They'll be like, he's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
They're not even caring about the numbers.
Nothing.
Like they're looking like he's about to blow up. If we get him early, give him this amount of money that we know that he is like, it's far fetched.
Yeah.
It's witchcraft. Now they got you because now if you think about everything, like they get a percentage.
Right.
Then they got to pay a percentage to your manager, to your the next thing you know, you got like you're only getting 30%. And then you got to maintain a lifestyle. So then now like bro, like they know like you're about to be like just barely making it. So like they got you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a whole scheme.
I have a friend right now, bro. He's one of the biggest reggaeton rappers. Like if I was to give like a comparison, he's like as big as like Playboy Cardi.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like he's well known. Like if y'all know who I'm talking about, I'm not gonna say anything. But when I met him, he was going through a lot, bro.
In this perverted, sick, twisted industry, these gatekeepers do hold access to certain levels.
Feel like it's gatekeepers in hip hop?
Gatekeepers in the music industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on what part of the industry you're trying to get access to, there's gatekeepers. So if you're trying to get signed to a major label, there's gatekeepers. The only true gatekeeper to what's meant for you in this world is God and your level of integrity. That's the only two gatekeepers, because what's meant for you and what you want, that's two different things. So I'd rather go through God than go through gatekeepers any day. I had to learn through maturity that that wasn't of God. In this perverted, sick, twisted industry, these gatekeepers do hold access to certain levels.
Feel like it's gatekeepers in hip hop?
Gatekeepers in the music industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on what part of the industry you're trying to get access to, there's gatekeepers. So if you're trying to get signed to a major label, there's gatekeepers. The only true gatekeeper to what's meant for you in this world is God and your level of integrity. That's the only two gatekeepers, because what's meant for you and what you want, that's two different things. So I'd rather go through God than go through gatekeepers any day. I had to learn through maturity that that wasn't of God. In this perverted, sick, twisted industry, these gatekeepers do hold.
It's not a secret that Hollywood hates Jesus, but did you know that record labels actually include in their contracts that you are not allowed to say the name of Jesus or else ... And we know what that means. So listen to what this rapper says as he explains what happened to him.
I'm looking through the deal. I'm just skimming through it. I'm not even caring. I'm trying to where the dotted lines at so I can sign. That's what I'm trying.
Please, everyone, it is legitimately a 3-day performance at the Hollywood Bowl.
The album is called
Professor.
I'm out here, but
I have had moments where I was on stage receiving an award in front of my peers in Hollywood. There were people in the crowd that I have prayed with many times. And when I thank God, I saw some of those people go to clap, but then notice that it's a big bad thing on my resume and then sit back on their hands. To throw somebody's, illegitimize them because they say they are a believer, it's just so arrogant. You know what the Latin root of religion is? Re-legare. And legare means to bind together. Re means again. We bastardized the meaning of it, but yes, I am religious.
So
Mel Gibson has
Oh, well, reality, are you still here?
just
Reality, are you still here? I'm thinking I might end stream right now. Or should I play a little game? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, man, you my dude, man. I'm thinking end stream right now. A little reactions or play a little game. I don't know. Let's end it. All right, cool. Thank you, Reality, for showing up. I appreciate you, my dukes. Yeah. Also, Reality, could you see on the YouTube? Did it reply? Because the YouTube stream is a bit delayed. Had you seen when I said what's up to you in the YouTube stream, or had it not gotten to that before you switched to Twitch? So I just know how much it's delayed, or if you just chose to switch. Because yeah. Okay, GG. So yeah, I'm about to end stream. Thank you guys for showing up, my dukes. I appreciate you. You guys are the best. You made the stream better. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, my brethrens. See you on the next episode